Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Courtcreates. I'm Court, obviously, and I'm going to be creating. And today's video is going to be all about gesture drawing and how it can help you improve your art. And to me, it's the fastest way to improve your art, and it's great to use for learning anatomy and all sorts of stuff. Also, if you hear anything in the background, that's my dog, Moody, and I'm sorry if she interrupts at all. But yeah, so let's get on with the video.
So before we get into my little rant, you should know that I only put the video at 2x speed. I'm only doing 20 drawings at 60 seconds each, and I'm only spending like 20 minutes drawing, so this is a great exercise to use as a way to warm up before a good sketching session, or just to get in the habit of drawing every day. So anyways, if you don't know what gesture drawing is, by definition, according to Google AI, it is a quick, simple drawing that captures the essence of a subject's movement, energy, action, or pose. But for me, I think of it as a quick drawing. I spend a maximum of 2 minutes drawing a person's pose, but most of the time I just stick to 1 minute. Anything more than 2 minutes is more of a sketch than a gesture drawing to me, because the whole point of the exercise is to get the general pose and not the details. But gesture drawing has a lot of benefits, not just for animators, like I said before, but for anyone who likes to draw. It's great. The subject doesn't have to just be people. The limit is whatever you want it to be. That doesn't mean any of the drawings will look good though, because it's only a minute, 2 minutes. You're not going to get a lot done in that little amount of time. Which brings me to number 1. Gesture drawing is about quantity over quality. I saw an Instagram post recently about this topic, actually, and I doubt it's true because it's just one of those things on the internet. I think it was like originally a Tumblr post or something, but it definitely describes what I mean when I say quantity is what an artist should be focusing on and not quality. Obviously, an artist should focus on quality on like finished pieces, but when you're studying and learning, you should focus on quantity instead of quality. But the story went something like this. So a pottery teacher started class on the first day by separating the students into 2 groups. Half the students would be graded on the quality of their work, and the other students would be graded on the quantity. So a truly perfect product given by the quality side would get an A. No mistakes. One product, one piece, one artwork has to be truly perfect to get an A. The quantity side would try to reach about 40 pounds of clay used in their projects to get their A per day. And over time, the best pieces turned out not to be from the quality side, but from the quantity side. Because by practicing quantity over quality, you learn faster than if you try to be perfect about every little detail too soon. You're still learning. By practicing quantity over quality, you learn faster, and you learn quickly what you should and shouldn't be doing, because you can see exactly what it is that you're doing wrong. And you can fix it faster because you're not focusing on how good it is and how bad it is. It's like working out. If you do 10 push-ups a day, eventually you're going to be doing way more and you're going to be stronger than if you did 1 really good push-up. So yeah, you're like I said before, some pieces you might want to spend more time on than others, but if you're still in the learning process, especially, then quantity is the best way to learn. Number 2. It helps you to learn to focus on the overall picture instead of the tiny little details. I don't know about you, but I am a giant perfectionist, and I get hung up on the tiny, tiny little details that nobody will ever notice, and that's why I like gesture drawing. It helps me to force myself to look at the overall pose instead of every little tiny detail, and that helps me to bring the drawing to life, make it look balanced or off balance, make the subject look like it's in motion or just posing. And not only that, I start to learn the overall shapes of the human body. For example, the calves can very commonly be turned into triangles, and so can the torso, with the top of the triangle creating the collarbones. Or you can draw the rib cage and the hips, and that helps with figuring out how the spine should be. And the hand can sometimes be turned into a circle if it's balled into a fist, or when the fingers are spread out, all of the fingers can be turned into more triangles. But that leads me to number 3. It helps you learn anatomy way better than the traditional way. Now, I'm not dumping on traditional anatomy practice, where you learn the muscles and the bones and whatnot, but knowing the name of whichever muscle you are drawing does not help you understand how it exists in a 3D space or how it moves in combination with the rest of the body. For example, when somebody is tapping their foot, they don't just move their foot. They use their hips to keep their balance, their torso to counteract the motion, their hair moves back and forth because the rest of their body is moving back and forth, etc., etc. There's so much more. And you especially learn that as an animator. But using gesture drawing as a way to learn anatomy is so much better than just studying. You're having to look at the whole body and how it interacts with itself and the space around it. And instead of looking at, you're looking at the shape of the muscle when it's stretched out versus when it's compact and pulling the bones to create movement. You're looking at line of action and how that affects the balance of human body. And you're also looking at whether or not if it's a female or a male, because they have different centers of balance because the males and females have different centers of balance because it's just different. But as a bonus, gesture drawing helps you to fill up your sketchbook really, really fast. I mean, I have a separate sketchbook meant just for gesture drawing because in my current sketchbook, I don't have anywhere to do any drawing, period, because it's like a literal book with words. And it's just good to have a separate space where you aren't stressed about anything looking good or not. It's just existing and is solely for practice. I mean, that's what a sketchbook is for too, but don't stress too much about your sketchbooks. But sketchbooks are also meant for ideation and putting down your thoughts on paper and a lot more. But if you want to do some gesture drawing practice and don't know where to start, there's an amazing website called Courtcreates.store that I personally like to use. It has options to pick what subject you prefer, how many drawings you want to do, how long you spend on each drawing, and way more. It also has an option to create an account and log in so that you can keep track of how long you've been working and use it to reach different levels. So like, I think 20 hours finishes level 1, and then it goes on and on and on until like 1,000 hours. And I think that part is really fun. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed my little rant, and I hope you come back next week for my next video. I have a bit of a review coming, so I hope you guys will enjoy that one. Yeah, make sure to like the video and subscribe. Comments, please give me any feedback. I am still new at this, and I would love to get some feedback on what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear, what you liked, what dislikes, that kind of stuff. and it would be just be great. And then also you can check out my other socials, and I have also launched my website, and you can buy different prints, and I even have a sticker. It's a frog sticker, and yeah, it's called go to www.Courtcreates.store and just check it out. I would also love some feedback from that, because nobody's really giving me any feedback about what they like and don't like about the website, so that would definitely help. But I'll see you guys next week. Bye.